Welcome back, boys and girls. We're a minute late here. Let's see, is everything going? I apologize for that, but it was necessary because, well, it wasn't necessary, but it was, inevitable because, okay. I had to do a little bit of setup to get this stream running. Let's put OBS on that monitor. YouTube chat down there. And Twitch chat goes there. There we go. I know what I'm doing. I've done this before a couple times, yeah. There we go. Okay. Let's see, is our OBS automation all set up? A little bit? No? No, it's not. Okay. Give me a second to fix this. Why? Okay, I really hope I don't accidentally dox myself setting up this window capture. Hold on. I just need to point this to... Aha. Why did the browser window thin itself? I wish my waistline would do that. Not my browser window. Oh, you can see bits of my desktop when I adjust the window. That's really cool. I'm glad you didn't see anything incriminating. There we go. Okay, okay. I think you guys can pretty much see. There we go. Does the OBS automation work? Yes. Yes. No. Okay, one more adjustment. Live entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, bear with us just a second. Java... No. Well, it's flashing up my my history there. That's cool. I hope there's nothing incriminating in that. Tools, automatic scene switcher. Okay, and when I go to this window, when I go to... Yes, I will go to browser 2. Yes. Okay, so if I open up Claude, it goes to Claude. If I open up PyCharm, it goes to PyCharm. If I open up my render dashboard, it goes to Claude. Great. Okay. If I go to PyCharm, it goes to PyCharm. If I go to Claude, it goes to Claude. But if I go to my render dashboard, it also goes to Claude. Why? Because the browser 2 scene is set to Claude. Okay, that's fine. So I go into browser 2, and I set it to instead look at my render dashboard. And if I go into the Claude scene, what the fuck? Why is... It's the same window capture. Okay, I didn't realize that was how it worked. Now I know. So let's not do that. Oh, okay. I'm glad that's just a random Perun video. It was very cool of it to immediately begin broadcasting a random window. That's definitely desirable and normal and happy and healthy. There we go. Okay, we got it in the end, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, this is the one I want to get rid of. Yes. Okay. If I click on Claude. Okay. So now I go to this one. Haha. Huh? Fuck! Why are they still tied together? What the fuck? Why? They're two different media sources. I deleted the wrong media source! No! No! I deleted the wrong window capture. I apologize. Okay, this is gonna pop up. This is just gonna start broadcasting my screen. You know what? I'm going to stop. No, I can't stop the stream. YOLO. Window capture. Window capture. That's fine. Everyone go subscribe to Perun. And then I want you to look at Claude. Yes. And the other cat. Wait. Oh, okay. No. No, don't show that. That actually is dogs. Shit. Well, it's fine. Someone can find me from that. They deserve it. Render dashboard. Okay, now we're in business. Yes? Yes, okay. Well, that was some goddamn bullshit right there, but we got there in the end. I wonder if there's a way I can edit out that code that you weren't supposed to see. Okay, I should also, while we're at it, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. OBS crashed. So is that something we're going to have to deal with as this goes on? Let me move OBS over to my other monitor. There we go. I'll make it huge so I know I'll notice. Did my setup get lost? It sure did. Sure did. Okay, is the automation working? Yes, it's just the setup, okay? I can fix that. You'll see Perun again. That's fine. Shout out to Perun. Wait. No. No, these are both wrong. These are both wrong. Okay. That's window capture 5. I don't want window capture 5 on browser 2. I want window capture 6, and I want window capture 6 to look at my render dashboard. Watch me do all this and then not use render for this project. Okay. Duh. Excellent. Criminy. I swear to God, if it crashes again, I'm just not going to do the stream. I'm just going to go and drink and go to bed. Because I got a bottle of bourbon I gotta finish off. Used it to make maple bourbon baked beans, because today's Thanksgiving. In case you didn't know. In any case, so what all that was, all that rigmarole was about is that we've got to... So I have this application that reads out any message that's written in my chat. For example, test message, wee woo. Let me just turn volume down. Why does my stomach start revolting as soon as I start streaming? I'm in so much pain all of a sudden. In any case, what are we doing? Right. So I need okay. So this this thing comes with some pre-made voices. But I would like to so it comes with pre-made voices, but it also has a feature for voice cloning. So you can provide it an example voice, which I'll need to look up how to do that, and then it will it'll use that voice. So you could upload a clip of Duke Nukem and feed it into this call, I think. Not that call, but the call that actually corresponds to when there's a... Don't look at my prompt. This call here. Feed it into here, and then if you have Duke Nukem in there, when you type in chat, you'll... well, whatever you feed in there will sound like Duke Nukem. So, what I want to do... First, we're going to explore that just to see... It may not work. But if it does work, we're going to try to build a web application that allows my viewers to upload their own clips. Maybe they want to use their own voice in real life, although I can't imagine... I can imagine someone wanting to do that, sure. But they'll probably all do, like, Duke Nukem or Richard Nixon or whatever, I don't know. It's just a cool thing that I think people might want. Although, no one wants to watch me build it, because there's no one here. No. Just kidding. I guess so long as we're looking at this code, I can show off some of the... A lot of this is mostly AI written, so please don't judge me. My actual code is infinitely cleaner than this. I would never build an application this messy. I probably would. Maybe not this bad, but so we use Twitch.io, and that gives us a framework, which I'm not a super huge fan of the way this is structured. But we have this TTS bot class, which derives from this superclass defined by Twitch.io, that it logs into Twitch, does some initialization. This is all initialization. And then when someone speaks in chat, let's see, where is it? Process message queue. Yeah, when messages show up in the queue, we do a cleanup step. If it was filtered for slurs or spam, we emit this message and skip. Otherwise, we get the user's voice, and then we call out to Koki TTS, which is a not super great library for doing TTS, but it's very flexible. And I probably should have, like... the model we're using is XTTS, which is made by the people who make Koki, and the only way to use it is through Koki, I think. I'm not a super huge fan of XTTS either, but it does what we need, and this is all very much a work in progress. It's all experimental. So we're going to learn together, everyone. So we generate the sound, turn in a NumPy array, and then play it with, what are we using to play it? Sound device. And then, so this is that cleanup step. For the cleanup, XTTS had some issues where it would, it inserts random syllables. If you watch the XCOM Files streams I did, you can hear that in action, where it just mumbles random syllables after, or sometimes interspersed into, users' messages. And that's not cool. I don't like that. So I identified that part of the problem was that we were feeding it out of domain text, because XTTS wasn't really trained on, Chatlish. People don't type formal full sentences in Twitch chat. and they use a lot of abbreviations and leet speak. So we use Cohere Command R, which is a terrible, terrible AI provider, but it's free. So long as you use it, you get 100 requests per minute. And I don't think I'm gonna have 100 chatters per minute anytime soon. So this is good for now. So this is free, and we feed it this prompt. You are part of a system that reads out Twitch chat message with the TTS voice. You clean up chat messages. I should probably clean up this prompt, turning them into precisely correct standard English as a human reading the message out loud would interpret it, formatted like professional English. Never change the meaning of the message. You will be given context and a chat message to clean up. Expand abbreviations like OFC or WOO. Respond with the clean message and no other text. If the message contains slurs or appears to be spam, respond with the word filter. Never filter out other forms of obscenity. Words like fuck and shit are always okay. So we do that cleaning step, and it messes it up a good fraction of the time because Command R isn't very smart. But it does more or less work. We do that cleanup, and then we get the user's voice, which is just assigned randomly the first time they say something, and then we store that in a JSON file locally. So we need to, in order to do that, letting the user pick whatever voice they want from samples, we need to integrate that into the user voice assignment. But first, I want to try the I want to try out XTTS's cloning capability. So let's find some Hey, welcome back, Ruged. We are doing some upgrades to the text-to-speech system. So let's see. Okay, how do I get back to my browser? There we go. Okay. Did Twitch switch? Twitch switched. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to youtube.com. Is this going to show anything incriminating? No. Excellent. And then we got to Duke Nukem sound clips. So this should be fine. Oh my god, inappropriate. Yeah, it's good enough. Okay, so now we go YouTube downloader. Actually, YouTube to MP3. That looks fine. YouTube to MP3, no virus, very cool. Get in there. MP4 convert. Okay, this might take a minute. Yep, it's taking its time. Okay, so while we're at that, we will look up the, let's see, XTTS voice cloning, Koki. Let's see. Koki XTTS can clone voices from just 6 seconds of reference audio. Coughing my lungs up. Right, I want the documentation. Here we go. Okay, features voice cloning. Yes, I want to know how to do the voice cloning. Command line, single... Clone a voice. You can clone a speaker voice using a single or multiple references. Splits the text into... Clone a voice. Speaker wave. Okay, it really is that simple, huh? Multiple audio... Okay, so this is actually incredibly simple. Do we have our download yet? Yes, we do. No, this is... What? I swear to God, if I click something, it just comes with porn. I'm gonna lose my shit. Fuck. Okay, that didn't work. So, okay, I have a plan. We will use a different tool. I have an idea what we will do. Okay. Let's, CD voices. What the fuck was that? Wait, okay, Ruget's gonna find us a sample. Let's see. Okay, YT DLP. I don't actually remember how to download MP3s with YT DLP. YT DLP, download MP3. Using this, just -F? Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, mother... it should be at least 6 seconds of voice. Like, something like this would be perfect. This is, I mean, 4 minutes long, but I only need like 6 seconds. I think it's a more is better thing, or it's probably not. I don't know. We'll figure it out. Whatever you got, you can throw it at me. Okay, I need to find a Duke Nukem voice YouTube that doesn't age gate. No, that also... Okay, does this age gate? See, that has music. That's not gonna work. We definitely don't want that. Will this work? No, that has music. God bless America. Shit, this is the perfect video, but I can't download it. Okay. Cookies from browser or dash cookie for the authentication. Cookies from browser. How do I use YouTube DLP cookies from browser? I'm on Brave. Very verbose errors. Oh, it really is that easy. Okay. It's just fucking magic. Great. That's what we like to hear. Cookies from browser. Brave. Oh my god, it actually works. Okay, what is this? This is just telling me the available formats. I don't want to know the available formats. I want to download the audio. Okay. YT DLP download as MP3. How do I get through one night with it's -X for extract. That's right. Okay. This service is permanently unavailable. Copy link address. Oh, shit, it's not showing the right thing. God damn it, I automated this. Yeah, it shows this. Okay, why did my automation stop working? Oh, I have to be here Okay. Alright, we can deal with that. Yeah, so that's not working, but we got YTDLP working, I think. Dash extract. It pulls out our cookies. I did it all for the Nookie, so you can take that cookie. Okay, it downloaded as a .opus. That's okay. What formats does XTTS like? It looks like it likes WAV. Okay. What we can do is audio format WAV. Will that work? Hey, it did. Okay. And let's rename this to rename, refactor, rename, Duke.wave. All right. So now what we want to do is instead of speaker, in fact, let's go to the, because when it starts up, it says system initialized. I'm do Nookie Nookie. And I ate all the cookies. Pee pee poo poo wee woo wee woo. And then, okay, instead of speaker, we do speaker wave. And then, does it need to be in a list? Yes, it does. Speaker wave equals, and then we can do voices / Duke.wave. Why is it mad? Why is it mad at me? Oh, comma. It's still mad at me. Expected stir or... What? Okay. Hold on. You need to see this. Speaker wave is a list of strings. Okay, this should work. Let's try it. Okay, restarting the chat reader. It takes a second to start up. It's got to load stuff onto my GPU for the AI part. So it'll just take a second. Well, I mean, it worked-ish. That doesn't really sound like Duke. Let's check the quality of our Duke.wave. I can go back to here. This sounds fine. Yeah, that should work. Okay, let's try it again. Maybe we just had bad gotcha. Ow. Okay, it should... I mean, it kind of works. Okay. Well, this is what we're gonna have to... I honestly didn't expect it to even half work on the first try, but it does kind of work. So, okay, let's delete this thing because we don't need it anymore. Yeah, don't need it. Okay. So then, I think I'll have to do some tweaking off stream to get it really perfect, but this is good enough to start with. Yeah. So what we then need to do, so we have this list of built-in voices. So what we can do then is detect all the files in this voices folder and add those to our speaker IDs. It's, yeah. So let's see, we can use see, the modern way to do this, I think, is os.path. So voices folder equals, or it's not os.path, it's pathlib. Path import pathlib. Yes. / voices. Voices equal voice samples equals voices folder dot glob, yes, glob star dot wave. And then we can print voice samples, debugger there. Okay. Let's see if that works. If you feel like scrounging up some other voices, like if you can find a YouTube video with some character, maybe Dagoth or something, that would be cool, Ruged. You don't have to. I can find it myself, but while I'm sitting here waiting for the thing to work. Oh, of course it'll Dookie Nukie again. You don't have to, but it would be cool if you could suggest, if you could suggest, like, if you can find another video like this for whatever character you want, and then send it to me so we can have some more test voices. Because we're starting off with just Duke, which is enough for testing, but I want to add some others. Like anything that has about 10 seconds of a character just talking, that would be perfect for this. Okay. Voices folder, voice samples. It's a generator. Okay, that's annoying. That's fine, I can get around that. List, voice samples. Space Marine voice pack, that'll be cool. Okay, that gives me nothing. That's interesting. Why? Voices folder dot blob pattern star dot wave. List voices folder. Okay. Why? Huh? Well, Duke.wave is right there. Why won't it? Okay, let's check this out. Copy link address, and Okay, that should be perfect. Okay, so let's grab that also. And we'll go into our terminal. Replace that part. And I think we can actually control which YTDLP set output file name. It's -O. Okay, go back here. And then -O space marine.wave. That should just go. There we go, space marine.wave. Okay, hold on. I just want to double check that it actually came down. Open with, open in dolphin, space marine.wave. Excellent, okay. So, I need to go back to, why the heck doesn't it detect these voices? I don't understand. So this, like this right here, should be showing Duke.wave and Space Marine.wave. Instead, it's showing me nothing. And I don't understand why it's showing me nothing. Because it's looking at the voices folder. Does it need to be path / voices? No, that gives me the same thing. Oh, I'm an idiot. That's all it needed to be. Okay, let's try that again. Actually, this needs to be a list. Let's restart. All right, a little bit of dead air while the thing starts up. Please bear with us. The funny will return in just a few moments. Ooh, I should switch it to do the test with the spacemarine.wave. That's gonna take a second. What would a space marine say? I am a big metal blueberry. Oop. Blah, blah, blah. 8Z. Enos. Love me, Emperor. Simple as. That's what a space marine would say, right? Spacemarine.wave. Okay. So now we can see, yeah, voice samples is POSIX path, voice is Duke wave, Space Marine wave. Excellent. Okay. So we have those. Yeah, that should be perfect. We can just use those paths like straight, just as is. So voice samples, and then we just 2 hour. Okay. Here's the thing, I don't want... Maybe I do. Yeah, okay, we'll burn that bridge when we come to it. For now, let's just add the samples to our speakers. In fact, let's not even use the default speakers, let's just use the samples just for testing. So self.all speaker IDs equals voice samples. And let's open up our... no, that'll... Yeah. I was going to say we should go into our voice assignments JSON and save them, but PyCharm will actually take care of that for me. It backs everything up automatically. Okay, so speaker IDs equals voice samples, and then let's see. I think... What are we thinking? I can just key off of the fact that... I need it to, because these are just plain strings, I need a way to detect whether we're keying off a voice sample or we're keying off one of these pre-built voices. So how do we swing that? Let's leave the thing running while we think about it, in case someone chats. Actually, let's restart it so we can test our Space Marine voice. There we go. Okay. So I'm thinking we can just key off the fact that it's a path object. That might be a silly way to do it. No, that won't work, because when it gets saved... Okay. So in fact, we need it to not be a path object anymore. That's fine. What we can do is stir x for x in voice samples. There we go. I mean, it kind of works. Yeah, we'll have to work out the kinks on this later. Switch back to Duke. And get rid of that. All right. So now... what I can also do is... Okay, I'm gonna do it the stupidest way possible, which is to, In fact, I don't even have to do anything smart. What I can do, okay, this is very silly, and you shouldn't do this in real software, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to, process message queue? There it is. So we will determine whether or not our voice is a voice from the files or a voice from the built-ins by just detecting... don't want that queue there. Just a voice from the built-in invoice bank, or is it from our sample directory? We will detect this by is from sample equals voice ID voices slash invoice ID. So the ID will just be the path, and then we detect if it's a sample by just checking if the voices is in there. That'll work. It won't work if I put samples anywhere other than this folder here. It'll blow up, but so long as I just don't do that, it'll work. So now, let's see. We can be a little bit clever here, and kwargs TTS kwargs equals speaker equals voice ID. Oh, this needs to be like so. If, well, that's okay. How do we do this? Speaker wave, okay. Speaker wave voice ID. And this needs to be a colon instead of an equals. And I need to actually spell right. If is from sample, else speaker equals voice ID. And then get rid of that and TTS kwargs. Okay. And then when we restart this, it'll take a minute to restart. Let me get myself some water. You'll hear from Duke in a second. All right. So now if I say something, test message wee woo, I said that in my own chat. Fuck. Oh. What? Oh. Yeah. Those commas, they'll get you every time. Every time. Okay, now we have to wait some more. So today was Thanksgiving in the U.S. So I went over to my neighbors. They invited me over. And I made some candied carrots with honey and thyme. And I also made maple bourbon baked beans with a ton of bourbon. And those were real good. Okay. Maple bourbon baked beans. Can't even type. There we go. I'm Duke Nukem. I'm Duke Nukem. And I Duke on M. Okay, so Ruged, now you type something and it should give you the Space Marine voice. Yeah, it kind of breaks down, doesn't it? Yeah, so, yeah, it works perfect. So if we look in voice assignments, there we go. So Robot Meat is voices Duke, and Ruged is voices Space Marine. Now, you're not hearing it? Oh, shit. I don't know why you wouldn't be hearing it. Audio. Oh my god, it's been muted this entire time. You didn't hear any of that. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay, audio. How do I do audio output capture? Audio output capture. Man, here I was sitting around telling jokes, making Duke say stuff. You couldn't hear any of it. Should be on now. From Duke.
Test message from Duke.
Did you hear that?
I come here to shoot an axe and chew some bubblegum, and I'm all out of bubblegum. Seems good.
There we go. Okay, so now we have to go back and add those back in there. So we just have to, instead of this, do extend. In fact, we can do it even simpler. That's the old way to do it. The new way to do it is just this. So now if we restart it, while we're waiting, I want to make a clip of my own voice. That would be funny. Let's see, open up Audacity. Darth Vader. Actually, will that go through?
System initialized.
It won't go through. Yeah, yeah, you can send me that. That would be great. This is a recording of my voice for the text-to-speech system, blah, blah, blah. I need to talk for at least 10 seconds. Blah, blah, blah. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't be making what noises. Hold on. Let me find something to read. Here we go, yeah. Actually, no, I better not read that, because that's a communication from the government. Here we go, let's read some spam.
http://youtube.com. What? IoT
You will die like your father. You have served me.
Okay, that's excellent. Let's grab that too. Vader.wave. Paste that in. Switch to Vader. And this should just work if I restart it. I gotta go to debug, restart. And then, let's see, go back to what I was doing. Wait. Save on interest with these special promo balance transfer offers. Get peace of mind with a balance transfer today. As a valued City card member, you have the opportunity to save on it.
Initialized.
That kind of sounds like Vader. Okay, let me also save out in mine. So export audio. I know you can't see what I'm doing. I'll try to be quick about it. Copy the location of voices here. Absolute path. Like so. On Vorbis, no, wave. Save that as Robot meet.wave. And then, in fact, what I wish I could do is rescan the. But we can't. So that's Vader. Let me no, I can't. Does it check? Let me okay. Vader. I'll make myself Vader. And maybe this works. Done through as Duke or Vader.
Does this come through as Duke or Vader?
Okay, yeah, it loads them when it starts, so... Let me just... And I'll go in my voice assignments. Restart it. Alright, just dead air for just a couple seconds. Where'd my phone end up? There it is. That's not my phone. That's my phone.
System initialized.
That doesn't sound like me. Hello, I'm Ro. I makes silly streams and with XCOM and technology. Pee pee poo poo wee woo wee woo.
Hello, I'm Ro. I make silly streams with XCOM and technology. All pee pee poo poo wee woo wee woo.
I don't think that sounds like me. No, it's... That might be too long. That was too long.
Splits the text into sentences and generates audio for each sentence. The audio files are then concatenated to produce the final audio.
Yeah, so you can tell it's trying to do an impression of me. It does kind of work. So yeah, we'll just need to do some tuning, that's fine. Okay, now I just need to double check that... Like, what did I give my original Tammy Grit over here? And then... Does it work if we do a non-cloned voice? The pitch is kinda high, yeah. Let's see if we can, while we read this documentation here. Does it say how to make it better? You can do inference using one of the available speakers using the following code, whatever. The model API you need to download. If you want to load. Okay. Now if I speak. Yeah, it works. All right. Although it sounds a little bit different. Yeah. So there we go. And then when people come in, those will randomly be handed out. So that's fine. So I want to be Duke. Actually, no, I better let someone else have Duke. That's fine. But, so we have this basically set. And whatever voice we want, we just dump it into our voices folder. So now the real cool part is the part that lets people upload and pick their own voices. Now, I need to think about how I'm gonna do this, because I don't really want to give you guys access to my computer. No offense. but you need to be able to download those files. So the tool I usually use for stuff like this is called Render. This is basically you make your program just like with this, just like I can just run it on my computer. You send it up to the internet, specifically, why don't I have GitLab open? You can go to GitLab. Why don't GitLab robot meat? And there's my GitLab. Sorry for the flashbang. So whenever you send stuff up, it just kind of goes, and it just goes right onto the internet. The problem is they don't let you store anything, I don't think. Or you have to pay extra, because this is actually free for very simple websites, at least. So they don't let you store anything. So I want people to be able to download their own voices. What we could do is have it just like we were doing it by hand, is you paste in a YouTube link, and then it'll take that YouTube link and it'll dump that.
Create a Discord server for the followers to upload their voices, and then you can pick them up and add them to the system.
That would work too. That's probably a smarter idea. How hard is it to make a Discord bot? Let's see, would it be easier to make a website or a Discord? Yeah, you know what? Discord is a much smarter way to do it. That's a really good idea, Ruget. I'm glad you're here. Okay, so we'll switch over to Claude. And we'll talk to Claude. Hi, Claude. I want to make I have an application that reads out my Twitch chat. Say hi to them, by the way, with a TTS voice. The voice engine I'm using supports voice cloning. So I want to set up a Discord with a bot that detects when someone posts an audio clip or a link to a YouTube video, which can be converted to a audio clip with my DLP and add it to the voices folder. This needs to be set up so that it can catch. The bot won't always be running, so this on my computer. So this needs to be set up so that it can pick up messages that came in even when it was offline. Came in when it was offline and process them the backlog. Well, it really is that simple, huh? Okay. Check for backlog every hour. Well, okay. Need to set up Discord pot. Get your token from the Discord developer portal. Create the voices directory, that's fine. Replace your bot token, set up your notification channel ID. This bot. Huh. Okay, does it handle Does it handle conversion step? This is trying to download MP3s. Let's say one requirement I forgot to note: the audio clips need to be .wav. It wants to use FFmpeg, which I'm not super huge fan of, but that's fine. We'll see if that works. Where is it getting audio segment? From HiDub, okay. Okay, this might actually work. So one other thing, it needs to load the token from a separate JSON file because I'm going to be working with this code on stream. Okay, let's look into setting up that Discord token. So I need to create the Discord, and then get a token, create the bot, then get the token. Right, this works like, because Discord actually is Slack, so it'll work like Slack. So okay, that's fine. Discord, just need to figure out how to create a Discord server. I guess this was something we needed to do anyway. Register robotmeet at proton.me. Robotmeet. Password. Let me just open up my password manager. You can't see that, right? Right. That'd be really messed up if you could see my password manager. RobotMeet Discord account, RobotMeet, and generate a nice spicy password. There we go. No one's guessing that one. January 1st, 1901. I'm an old man. Wait, are you human? No, I'm not. Please click on the one that can be seen in the sample image. Pizza. We're in. They never suspected a thing. Okay, I need to create my own for a club or community. Robot meets server, that's fine. Topic. Dicks. No. Robot eat and his spicy Twitch and the cool neat robot streamer. It should. Let me look at what my man Claude did. Yeah, so the code he wrote will... Oh, you can't see. Hold on. Oh, can you see? Wait, can you see? Why is it not switching? Oh, I'll do it by hand. Okay. Don't look at my Claude history. Yeah. So yeah, you can see here... Okay, you can see here it supports MP3, WAV, OGG, and M4A. Which, what about? Yeah, that should be all the major ones. So what he does is he uses, at some point here, where does he do that? FFmpeg, save attachment. Where does he do that? Huh? Okay, well, I told him to use his... Oh. Right, okay, it's the... Wait, what? There we go. Okay, it was the second version. I was looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, he downloads it as MP3, and then he... There we go. So yeah, he's got a step here that uses FFmpeg to convert the OGG or WAV or MP3 or whatever to WAV. So it should handle anything. So okay, let's go back to our Dixord over here. We'll create a channel. Yeah, okay, skip all tips. I know how to use Discord. Text. Voice. Clip. Upload. Create channel. And then is there a way I can, like, label this? Edit channel. There we go. Paste links to either audio files or links to YouTube videos that have a character speaking. That there's then the audio clip you submit will be added to the TTS system. And then, okay, for now we'll just set it up because we also want a way for people to pick what voice they have. But for now we'll just set it up so it just dumps them right into the folder. So that's the way he has it set up, so that's okay. We can just copy this code, go back to here, chat reader, new Python file, Discord bot, paste this in. Okay. We also need to install all of our, I think I have FFmpeg. Let me just double check. In fact, let's double check so that you guys can see it. Terminal. It's yay. You type like I drive. There we go. I did not, in fact, have FFmpeg. Oh, it just needs to be upgraded. Okay. Okay, we've got now. We also need to install... why is it not switching back to Claw? Oh, yeah, it is. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. Why is it? Why is the auto switch not working now? It's really weird. Give me the pip command that will install all the dependencies. Ooh, I also do. He's right about one thing. I do actually really want to. Well, I can do that later. Discord.py. It's not auto switching now. That's really obnoxious. Okay, we installed all those. We got PyDub, there we go. Okay, so now we just needs to set up we got to register our Discord bot. So, okay. Walk me through getting that bot token, getting the bot registered, and getting that bot token. Discord developer portal. Click the new application button in the top right. Give your application a name. Like voice clip bot, click create. In the left sidebar, click on bot. Okay, this should be relatively straightforward. Like, copy link. Switch to browser 2. There we go. Okay. All right. I'll pull up Claude's instructions on the side here. So, new application. BTS clone clip bot. I agree to sell Discord my firstborn son. Sure, whatever. I need to go in my email and verify my Schmeemail. There we go. There we go. That's a little better. Okay, now I need to get back. There we go. Create. Hey, there we go. Okay, in the left sidebar, click on bot. Click add bot. I don't see an add bot. I think the bot already exists. Click bot. Bring your left to bot. Actually, final with bot user. Username. Authorization flow. Public bot. Public bots can be added by anyone when unchecked. Okay, I don't want people doing that. If your application requires multiple scopes, then you may need the full OAuth 2 flow to ensure a bot doesn't join before your application is granted a token. If your application requires multiple scopes, then you may need the full OAuth 2 flow to ensure a bot doesn't join before your application is granted a token. What? Some gateway intents. Presence update. I don't need that. Receipt. Well, yeah, I need it to see the message. Turn on. Require approval. Okay, my bot is not verified, so that's okay. I think those are just for if you're using... let's see, you want to send messages in threads, read message history. Don't need any of these. Manage nicknames, create expressions, manage webhooks, view channels, manage events, create events. Okay, I think that's all we need. Private application cannot have a default authorization link. Wait, it also needs, okay, it also needs server members intent. And presence intent? What? Presence intent. What does this mean? Presence. Wow, that's really not helpful, my man. Presence events. Gateway. Tracking state. What are you talking about? Guild create? What? Okay, we're just gonna not worry about it and hope it works. So he's saying it needs all of these intents. So in the left sidebar, click on OAuth 2. Private application cannot have a default authorization link. Okay, fine, I'll make it public. Will you let me save my changes? Thank you. Okay. In the left sidebar, click on OAuth 2 URL generator. OAuth 2 URL generator, excellent. I think you guys need to not see this because a secret is going to appear here. So I'll just put you on PyCharm for a second. And then Claude is saying I need, in fact, I'll put you on Claude. In scopes, I need, stop showing people that. It's embarrassing. In bot permissions, check. I don't see a bot permit. Okay. Read messages, view channels. DM channels read. I think my man is a little bit confused. Oh, wait. Okay. No. He's right. Scopes, I need bot and messages.read. Well, yeah, we could do it that way, but the premise of the stream was to automate it, so that's what I'm doing. This should be done, like, this isn't actually all that hard. I should have this done in like an hour. I can actually switch it back so you can see this part. Okay, we need bot and messages.read. Also, if you want to, you probably need a join link. How do I get one of those? Join link. Invite. Copy. There. Then you can join and you can start posting stuff in there. I should probably program it to not read out URLs as well. All right, back to here. Messages.read. I see presences.read. Messages.read. There we go. And then I need in bot permissions. I need. Oh. Who's blooping? He's blooping. There, I waved at you. Read messages, view channels. Read messages, view channels. Why aren't these alphabetically sorted? Why are they just random? What the fuck? Read messages, view channels. Manage channels. Manage webhooks. View channels. Send messages. It needs to send. Read message history. And it doesn't need voice. Some of the attached files. Read message history. We have that. Where? Okay, send messages, view channels. I don't see anything about read messages. Administrator, view audit log, manage server, manage roles, manage channels, kick members, ban members, create instant invite, change nickname, manage nicknames, manage expressions, create expressions, manage webhook, manage events, create events, moderate members, views. Public threads, private threads, send messages in threads, send TTS messages. What's a TTS message? Is there a way you can make Discord, like you can post something on Discord that makes everyone's Discord talk to them? That sounds annoying. Manage messages, manage threads, embed links. I think manage messages is like deleting other people's messages, although wouldn't that be under administrator? Maybe I do want manage messages. Let's see. Add reactions. Actually, we may want to add reactions. Create polls. Okay, I'm just going to assume guild install, user install. What does that mean? Okay, let's ask Claude. That's fucking that sounds fucking annoying. I'm glad no one's done that to me. I'm in like one Discord. I barely use it. That shit spies on you. For integration type, do I want Stop showing people that. Guild install, or what was the other one? User install. You want install in server guild install. Okay. Is the standard user install is for, oh, okay. Yeah, so we don't want that. All right, so now this is the part you guys can't see, which is okay. You guys can't see it. Please enter a redirect URI. Redirect URI. What? You must specify at least one URI for authentication to work. If you pass a URI in an OAuth request, it must exactly match. What? Desktop mode that does not use a server. Public client? I think I want public client. This is more complicated than I thought it would be. Under the bot's username, you'll see a reset token button. I never did this part. Copy the generated URL. Okay, let's save changes. Reset secret. Bot. Reset token. That's my password. Okay. Well, okay, that messed up all the work I just did with the OAuth thing. General, okay, bot, view token. Okay, that's my token. That's the part you guys need to not see. So once I copy that, and I paste that into my, I need to set up a configuration file for, oh, wait, okay. Hold on. Okay, we need the latest version of the code because they, yeah, okay, copy. Bear with me, everyone. This is getting actually complicated at this point. Discord bot config.json. And then we, is it set up to, okay, we need to create a, I can show you this part at least. Oh, you saw that part, okay. Well, good. Right, okay, we need to create file discord bot config.json. Okay, and then we need to, sounds like the only thing it needs is token. So token. Okay, and then I'm sure you guys can't see. Copy that token. Paste it in here. Save it. Never look at that again. Okay, cool. Does the token stay visible? Okay, it doesn't. Excellent. Okay. So one thing I don't understand is why it's not, okay, so what's happening is, if I can show you, OAuth 2. It wants me to set this up and then copy the URL that appears here, but it says like bot. Oh, now it's okay. Now it's working. That doesn't show any secrets, does it? Okay. Okay, now we need to do all that again. Bot messages read. Messages read. Okay, it needs to send messages. It needs to manage messages. It needs to attach files and embed links. It needs to read message history. And it needs to view channels. Okay. Open this URL in a new tab. See, now it's given me the redirect thing. Why? Select redirect URL. Add redirect. I don't understand what this means. I have no idea what this thing is talking about. Invite link. What? Okay, why did that URL go away? Redirect. Okay, let's ask Claude. When I give it the messages read scope, it starts asking for a redirect URL. I don't know what it means by this. You don't need the messages read scope. That's for OAuth 2. Okay. For a bot, you just need... The bot will be able to... Okay. That's fine. All right. So now, we go back here. We copy this URL. What did he say to do with the URL? Open in another tab. Okay. TTS clone clip bot wants to access your Discord account. This will allow the developer of TTS clone clip bot to add a bot to a server. Add it to robot meets server. View channels, send messages, manage messages, embed link, read message history. Authorize. There we go. Okay. Okay, so now, how do I... All right, and then, so we go back to the code. Now, I think he set it up so that this config object goes in and that needs to pull out voice dir and he did this in a really annoying way. Where is the thing that lets me set? I need to tell it what Discord channel to listen for messages in. And he didn't tell me. Okay, gonna go back to Claude. Upgrade the code so that it creates an empty default config file if there's none there, if the on there isn't on or it's missing values. Then it's going to update the code so that it'll... Okay, we can just go with this. Oh, actually, no. It's going to rewrite the entire thing. Uh-huh. He's taking his time. Well, he's not taking his time. He's rewriting the whole thing when he... Oh, I just wanted you to change one little thing, Claude. That's, okay. Copy. Paste. Switch back to the PyCharm. I really wish the automatic hadn't stopped working. Okay, now the problem is that I need to cover up my token again, so let's just hide that for a second. I know it's... I also need it to bot config JSON. And then we'll run this, run Discord bot. Following file. Bot config JSON. Okay, we'll get our token. Voister is voice clip upload. Tempter is temp downloads. Voister. Oh no. Wait. Okay. What is he doing here? Save attachment. Where does he save it? Temp. Attachment save. Convert to wave. Where did you write convert to wave? No, I'm confused. Did he get rid of the step where he actually puts it where it goes? Freaking robots. I'll ask him. You skip the step where thing puts the wave in the voice folder. Oh. Oh, well, no, I mean... Voister, okay. Voister. Voister is voices. What is the notification? And then notification channel ID is the channel where users post their voice clips. Well, I don't want that. So it just accepts clips in the channel. The channel. What did I name that channel? Voice clip upload. Voice clip upload by default. And replies to the post the notification or the error message if something is wrong. And then it's going to write the whole thing out again. That's fine. All right, so how's your day been? You doing all right? Just, I can't imagine what time it is. I assume you're not in the same time zone, or not in the North America at all. So I don't know if it's the middle of the day. It's evening for me. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're just gonna see, after you do all these iterations, it starts to go off the rails. So I am expecting this to blow up in my... Oh, shoot. I mean, being a space marine, I guess you expect that, huh? You, fighting orcs out there? Pie chart. There we go. Oh, that shows... Ha ha ha! Okay, don't look at my token. Close your eyes, everybody. Shit. After all that... Okay, it's not that big a deal. I'll just have to redo the token after stream. Don't look at my token, you pervert. Okay.
Artesinos. All scums.
Yeah, you get those. Those Xenos. Okay. Config JSON. Oh, it messed up. Okay, right. We want it to look at bot config JSON. Then run. Okay, do I have to do some extra step to give it access to that channel? When you use the OAuth 2, it gave it the... Okay, so...
Beyond that was good. Thanks for asking. Seems good. Yours?
Yeah, today was pretty good, actually. And in the US, it's Thanksgiving, so it's a holiday. So I went over to my neighbor's house and had dinner with them. We ate a bunch of turkey. I made some beans. I think he's saying this should work now. And we just eat a bunch, hang out with either family or closest thing you got to family. Eat turkey. Let's see. Okay, I think he's saying this should work now. So let me grab. If you've got any more ideas for voice clips, that'll be cool. I'm just gonna go back to the Duke Nukem one and try it.
Now this is a force to be reckoned.
And then we can go into. But let me show you what I'm doing. Browser, not that browser. This browser. So if we paste this here. Okay, it saw it. I would say please do, but I just tested it and it doesn't work. Right. Yeah, okay, so try it with one that doesn't use the, because it's crying about the age verification again. So if you have one that doesn't ask for age verification, paste that in and it might work. Yeah, try that. I want to see if that works. So you just go into voice clip upload in the Discord and just, I think you can just click and drag it in. So telling them YT DLP failed with this error. I know the cookie flag it mentions works. Can you simulate that flag from code? Okay, it looks like that one actually worked. So let's go into voices. Yeah, I see rugedshame.wave. If I... In fact, let me go into the code. We'll go into voice assignments, and I will give you dead shame. And then we'll restart the voice assignment system. So give it just a second to restart. And once you hear system initialized, you should be able to type messages, and then it'll come through in whatever voice that was. Cookies from browser Brave. This requires the browser cookie 3 package. Okay.
System initialized.
All right, so type something in chat.
He was a good man. What a rotten way to die.
That sounds a little bit like JC. Yeah, so this thing basically works.
Lol.
I didn't hear JC saying lol. Try that again. Okay, I need to modify this so that this is the process YouTube link.
Lol.
That's pretty good. All right, let's see. VoiceBot, process YouTube link, overwrite this, cookies from browser, Brave. I don't know why you didn't choose to make that a configuration option instead of just doing it like that, but that's okay. Okay, we got cookies from browser. All right, look for another YouTube video.
It seems JD is having a flu, lol.
He's got his kill switch hasn't been fixed yet. This is the alternate universe where they never turned off the kill switch. And he just got sicker and sicker, and now he's on Twitch streaming in his final days. Right. So if you could find another one of those YouTube videos so we can test the. That one didn't go through. Oh, that's. So we can test or give it 1 second.
Okay.
I got to restart the bot. Oh, wait, but don't I need browser cookie 3? I thought it said something about. Okay, we got our cookie. I did it all for the nookie, so you can take that cookie. Okay, let me find. Let's see, we got Dookie Nukie. Okay, it's downloading.
Leon from Resident Evil 4.
Okay, it's still errored out.
AEA. WTPs. WI. YouTube.youtube.com. Watch. Oh. Katvafizni.
Conversion error. No such file or directory. Okay, I'm going to just paste that straight into Claude. I'm sure he'll know what to do with it. Okay, it's getting weird. Okay. So I will get it's been an hour 45. I will get the YouTube part of it working off stream because it's looking like it's going to be a little bit more complicated, but yeah, this is really cool. This basically works. So yeah, either in the next stream or off stream, I will set up the part that lets you pick your voice. Right now, all you can do is re-roll. But yeah, this was really cool. This was really fun. I'm glad you stuck around and helped me out with the testing, Mr. Ruged. Yeah. Well, the next stream is next Monday. We'll be doing XCOM files again. Really appreciate you coming out. So let me just find if there's someone I can raid. Man, I can't believe I actually got this working.
It seems good. We are here for this.
Hell yeah. Can't believe I actually got this working. I was half expecting this to be a disaster like the last programming stream, but this actually turned out really good. Sure, this guy's weird. Let's raid into Bagstead.
The Cold War definitely took a toll on the Soviet people. Things didn't actually look too bad up until the early 60s, but then the Soviet Union took a political turn and started militarizing and pouring all that money into missiles instead of moon rovers.
I'll raid in a second.
Or sausages for the people. Obviously, food planning also got a little bit off track, and the quality of the beloved Dr. Sausage just wasn't the same anymore.
Of course, the thing is, all the products got worse.
Ninjas.